This is a message from your guides reading for the girl who shakes things. Okay, so I have two crystals here, and then I have my dragon statue, which I'm going to use to surround us in some positive space for the reading. Okay, so the two crystals I have are rose quartz, my heart chakra stone, and then here I have purple fluorite. So rose quartz has to do with opening your heart as well. That's a feeling coming in. It does have to do with that, but for this reading, that's specifically a feeling coming in. Opening the heart. Also, there's a feeling of relationships. This feels like having to do with absorption. So there's almost this balance of opening yourself, but at the same time remaining closed off, remaining protected. So not being closed off in the sense that you're not open, like open to information that could flow to you through different means or different sources, but also not open to, in a sense, misinformation, but from things that you are picking up on. So, in other words, thoughts that aren't in alignment with you, things of this nature that you're picking up on from other people. Or even it feels like expectations from others. And to be very clear on your path and what that is, and to follow your heart's desires. So your guides are kind of going back to, I think, our very, very first email reading that we had, where they were talking about how in that reading you were way more open than you are now, in more of a negative way, where you weren't truly going after what you wanted in some ways or some areas of your life, and you were kind of expected more to do certain things, and you were picking up on that energy. Even if it wasn't always coming directly towards you, you would pick up on that energy, and it would almost motivate you to do certain things. So there's even that feeling coming in from your guides. And to be very clear-headed and clear-hearted, they're saying. To know what you want and to follow through with it and not get sidetracked, because a lot of the times when you get sidetracked or when your vision gets distorted, it really goes along with this idea. It's reflecting this energy that is coming towards you, that you're picking up on, that you're agreeing with. This obviously is like a subconscious thing, though. You're obviously not attempting to please others consciously. some people would be, but for you, there really isn't that feeling from your guides. It feels like you would want to walk your path. Almost even you are aware to a degree of this idea of expectations coming towards you. And even the idea that you can end up not fulfilling your path because you're walking down a path to please someone else or out of someone else's expectations. So that's a good thing. And consciously you're more clear. Consciously you're more clear than a lot of other people. So it's your subconscious, especially ties to your mother, cords to your mother. So again, they're going back to this very, very, very first reading, and they're obviously totally reminding me of this stuff because that was like, how long ago? Oh, quite a while back when we had that reading, and I've done a million readings since then, obviously. But it has to do, sometimes your vision getting distorted and picking up on others has to do with your mother. There's even feelings of other females as well, especially kind of authority figures in a sense, or people older than you. So it could be like an older sibling, or it could be like a grandmother. Women like that, though, in your family, it feels like that you can pick up on. I would say males as well. It feels like especially the females, and then out of the females, it feels like especially the mother. There are some cords to her, but this is not all a conscious thing. That's the thing about it. That's why you have to kind of notice it, pay attention to it. You have to kind of observe what's hidden in a sense to get a glimpse of it, to understand where things are coming from. So they're not saying that this thing with your vision and picking up on emotions and thoughts and things, they're not saying that that's all coming to you from your mom. You can be picking up on a lot of people. The point is, it's almost like, in a sense, being too open in this way comes from her more directly. And also, in a sense, getting skewed from your vision. Or any time that there's a block specifically in that way, or there's doubts, there's like self-doubts. This also is somehow directly linked to your mother, and also to thought forms that she has. There is a male energy with this as well. So this could be a father, a grandfather, it could be both. But there's this kind of male kind of energy in there as well. But primarily, again, it feels like primarily female energies. And it also has to do with people that you've been around. So people that you were raised by, obviously, people that you were around a lot. Even if you're not totally raised by a certain person in your family, if you're around them to a good degree, if you're around them quite often, or you were when you lived near them, then cords can develop. Because this doesn't only feel like one person, but it still feels like primarily the mother. It also feels like in some ways she hasn't really been totally clear on her own path in life. And that's almost something that she needs to get clear on. I also don't feel like she's completely off or like she's done everything out of that energy of almost self-doubt, or a lack of confidence or self-esteem or worthiness in a sense, where she's just doing everything wrong. It doesn't feel like that. It does feel like some things were definitely on the mark. Some choices were in alignment with who she was, and even fixed certain things that were out of alignment, it feels like. But it feels like in general there is this thought form there. And you can kind of pick up on this thought form. So that's something that they want you to be aware of. And it can also cause you to be a bit more open psychically, to picking up on other people. And this is what the purple fluorite is about as well. It's about your psychic abilities, but it's also about being clear and mentally focused, and also about protecting your aura, your space. Okay, so that is the end of this reading. Thank you very much once again for allowing me to do another reading for you. I truly hope that it benefits you. Namaste.